Today, you're not here to hear about me. We are going to have a fantastic call brought to us by none other than LD2 Brian Arundel. So allow me to introduce him properly to you. Brian Arundel is a lifestyle director too with Opulence Global. He is a true visionary and entrepreneur who embarked on his opulence journey back in November of 2009. With unwavering dedication, he reached remarkable heights, overseeing a thriving organization of 8,000 partners, with over 5,000 partners in Nigeria alone. Known affectionately as Mr. Africa, Brian quickly rose to prominence within the Opulence global community. At the prime of his success, he earned recognition as one of the company's top trainers. In 2017, however, faced with unforeseen challenges as the Nigerian government imposed restrictions on foreign banking transactions, Brian's organization took a hit. But he doesn't stay down. Today, he's back with renewed determination, poised to rebuild and share his invaluable insights on resilience, entrepreneurship, and the path to success. So please join us as we welcome back this remarkable leader, this fine gentleman who is ready to inspire and empower us this morning. So Brian, take it away. We can't wait to hear what you have to share with us.
Well, thank you very much for that warm introduction. I really, really appreciate it. I think the one thing for me is that I never got in the business necessarily for accolades and for all of these nice words. So every time someone says some things like that to me, I kind of like shrink down. And but at the end of the day, I appreciate it. And so I'm so excited to be able to share with everyone my viewpoint on what I believe is the best, bar none, compensation plan in business on this planet. And if you don't understand, if you don't know it by now, if you don't know it yet, just trust me that it is. There isn't anything that can compare to what we have in our hands. But now it's up to us to take what we have and what's been imparted upon us and turn it into what can potentially be something that is nothing less than life-changing for everyone who is associated and comes into contact with this company. Before I get started, I'm gonna put out a little bit of this disclaimer because when I talk very matter of fact, and sometimes people can accept it or it can hit the wrong way, and I don't mean it that way. So the first thing I always tell everyone, or what I want to tell everyone is, when you got into this business, I'm assuming that you set an intention for yourself. And what I mean by that is that you basically set an idea in terms of what it is that you wanted to accomplish with the business. And so that being said, if I'm talking about something that isn't really for you, then please just regard it as that. Antoinette, I just shared my screen. Can you see it?
I certainly can, Brian.
Okay, perfect. So I just want to start with that. So, everyone gets in the business for their own reasons and to earn and to create what it is that they want to create. And so for you, if it was, $500 a month or $10,000 or $1,000 a month or $2,000 a month, just realize that, once you've done a few things, you can actually get there. And so, but I'm always a big picture thinker. So I'm thinking very, very large. And I always will sort of train with that perspective in mind. So if certain things that we're talking about isn't really for you, then just take what is there for you to get you to where you want to get to. The great thing is you can always change your intention. So you could start out small and then realize, oh, I've got to where I want to get to. Now let me reassess and let me really go for the gusto, so to speak, because now I realize what is truly possible. So we'll just quickly get started. So we're going to talk about the compensation plan. The first thing we're going to talk about is the ways of earning money. And, you know, the easiest way that people, you know, really relate to business is on retail profit. And the great thing about our company is that there is a vehicle whereby you can actually make tremendous income just by buying and selling products. Retail profit goes up to 59%, which again is including your 10% smart buy discount. So which is tremendous. So if you want to build a small business where you're earning yourself an extra $1,000 or $2,000 a month, it's very doable without even getting into the networking component of our business. So again, it's something that I really, really love, because depending on the skill sets and depending on the strengths of the individuals that you're connecting with, they can decide what it is about the business that they really want to engage in, and they really want to push and drive. Next is wholesale profit. So now, you know, someone got in the business and they want to build something a little bit larger. They want to be able to take market share of the business, start locally with the intention of building globally. And so when you're talking about wholesale profit now, you're talking about expansion. You're talking about setting up other distribution points locally and then eventually globally, whereby your business now can actually now transact in different markets, which again opens up another area of tremendous value and tremendous earning potential. So every time someone joins you as a business partner, you can earn up to $350 in wholesale profit. And what that is they pay for their membership. The company takes a portion of that and they give it back to you as a thank you, to say, hey, you know, thank you very much for expanding the business. Thank you very much for setting up this additional distribution center that we're now going to benefit from. And for your contribution, here's $350. The great thing about that is that's something that can be earned very, very quickly. And, you know, Ramin always talks about our business being a 5-star business. And I really, really believe that that is true. We have everything that we need to be successful in this opportunity. We have the tools, we have the systems, we have the training, we have the support, and we have the compensation plan to back it all up. When you look at other companies, they may have 1 or 2 or 3 of those components, but it's rare that they have all 5. They may not have the support, which is something that for me, when I looked at this company, was something that I really, really was focused on. And it was one of the driving 4 factors behind why I wanted to do this business. But at the same time, I realized that if it was to be, it's up to me. And so while I'm actually taking advantage of the support, I realize that there's certain things that I need to do to drive it, because, you know, my upline is not going to do it for me. And so at least not to the level that, you know, if you want a big business, they'll help you, they'll support you, but you need to step up and take ownership of your own business. Next is personal team bonuses from your level 1 brand partners. And this is another very unique addition to our compensation plan, because now if you have business partners who got started as brand partners, we all know that their discount level is different than a lifestyle advisor. So now imagine now that the thing that really grabbed me when I look at this is that Ramin doesn't want to keep any of the profit that's on the table. And so I look at this and I say, wow, this is pretty amazing. That Ramin would say that any of the brand partners that I personally register, if their discount is 10% less than mine, he's going to pass that along to the lifestyle advisor who actually introduced that person. So now your personal team is out there out there buying product. They're buying at a discount level that's a 10% less than what a lifestyle advisor's discount level is. And he says, okay, great. Whenever they buy something, that 20% that percentage that we have earmarked to pay out as sort of the payout in terms of the difference in the retail and the wholesale, I'm going to pay that out to you as the lifestyle advisor. That's another reason why you want to become a lifestyle advisor, by the way, because now you're going to make this additional 10% on anything that any of your partners personal partners purchase, if they're less than a lifestyle advisor. Free cruises and luxury vacations. And Ramin talks about our company being a lifestyle company and Opulence Global. So it's not just about, doing that when you're a millionaire. How about doing it right from day one, where you can now connect yourself to some of the most coveted luxury products available. You can put on nice rings, wear nice watches, be able to go on nice cruises, and and travel the world in style. And that's something that our CEO is very passionate about. And you'll hear him say that his goal is to, again, stretch your mind and show you what's possible, because it's possible for every single person on this call. You're starting exactly where he did. If today's your first day in the business, you're starting I wouldn't say exactly where he did, because when he first started, he was by himself. No systems, no online, no products to speak of. So you're starting ahead of the game from where he started, but yet still you can create exactly what he created and more, because of all of the tools and systems that are in place today that weren't in place when he got started in 2005. Next is our Opulence Car Club program, where you can earn up to $4,000 a month towards your choice of luxury vehicle. Whether you want to drive a Cadillac, an Audi, a Lexus, a Porsche, a Range Rover, a Tesla, it's up to you to decide. And maybe you need to set your intention again in terms of what it is that you are doing this for. If you have your car in mind, then get a picture of it. Throw it up on your desk right behind your computer. So every time you're on a call, you can see it. It can motivate you. It can actually remind you, of some of the reasons that you're actually doing this. And at the same time, when you run into some of those sunblocks, as Ramin calls it can again reframe you and really refocus you on what it is that you're doing, and not allowing some of those negativities that you may run into from time to time to really knock you off your path. And then, of course, the big number, which is our lifestyle, or sorry, our lifelong residual income, up to $60,000 a week. That's $3.1 million a year. And this is only, the residual component. This is not including all of the amazing bonuses that we have in this compensation plan. So when I say that this compensation plan is second to none, I say that in all honesty. And once you really understand it, you realize that what we're saying is not just lip service; it is the truth. And of course, we have additional incomes and additional incentives that we're not going to necessarily get into today. But again, these are the core things that you need to really connect yourself with and understand, because these are the driving forces of what's going to create you the income that you decide that you want to create. So the Opulence Global Business Opportunity, again, operating an Opulence Global business is simple. It's all about sharing. You just share, and guess what? People buy. You share, and people will refer you to other people. So how do you share? Again, social sharing in person. Meet someone on the road. You're building like and trust. You identify something that you are in possession of that can help them, and you share. What's happening in your life. What's are you facing that's a difficult scenario? Well, Brian, I'm having problems because I'm not earning enough money. Well, Brian, I'm having problems because my health is not well. It's not that good. I'm a little bit stressed out because my mom is ill. So now you're identifying potential areas where you can now offer a solution to those individuals based on what they're sharing. So at the end of the day, all we're doing is we're showing people the pathway to something that's going to help them with a challenging situation they're facing in their life. And as we're building that like and trust, and we're identifying those things, now we're offering them the solution. And that's really the key of what it is that we are doing here. You simply promote your email, your preloaded exclusive Opulence products. Yeah, you sell your products. You launch your emails anywhere in the world without any experience, and then the money starts to build. It starts small, like any opportunity does. Again, everyone starts from the same place. You're at zero and you're starting to build, but over time, that income is going to go up and increase and increase and increase. It's funny when people look at our business and they look at it and they really sort of devalue it. And I say to them, wait a minute, hold on a second, let's back up a second. Because everyone wants to be a millionaire as long as they can get there in 90 days. And I don't know why it is that when people look at our business model, they assume that that should be the case. I mean, tell me one business that anyone has done where they turn around and they make that kind of money in as short a time frame as people come into our business and really expect to earn. That money is there, but you have to basically commit the time. You have to put in the effort, and you have to build it properly. And when you build it properly and you have the right intention, guess what? It just happens. And people say, well, Brian, why do people not succeed in this business? And the only reason why I believe that people don't succeed in this business is they give up on it too early. They quit. And I really, really believe it, because over time, eventually you'll find the right person. You may find them in a year, you may find them in 2 years, you may find them in 3 years, but they will come your way. And I'm going to share a quick story with everyone before I move on, because everyone talks about Africa. And Africa, again, is something that I was very proud of. But I'll tell you that Africa took me almost 3 years to get the first leader to launch his business. 3 years of follow-up, 3 years of communication, 3 years of continued discussion. And I was treating this individual like he was a partner, even though he wasn't a partner yet. He would bring me prospects, I would do tours, and just as if he was in the business. And every week he'd come back, every couple of months he'd come back to say, Brian, I'm going to join. Brian, I'm going to join. And I just said, okay, when he came back, I said, no problem. And as Ramin always says, we'll see. And I would say, we'll see. Then eventually he came back, he said, Brian, I'm ready. And I said, okay, fine, let's launch your mall. He launched his mall. But that actually happened in Ghana. And in Ghana, we actually registered probably 6 or 7 people deep before we actually got to Nigeria. But if I had given up 90 days, 6 months, a year, even 2 years in that process, Nigeria would have never happened. And so at the end of the day, everyone sort of sees the end result, but they don't necessarily realize what went into building that. And that's something that you really have to realize, is that it takes time. And if I'd given up, I would never be here to say, or to look at, what was built in Nigeria, because I would have given up, at 90 days thinking it's never going to happen, at 6 months thinking it's never going to happen, at a year and a half thinking it was never going to happen. But I was focused, and I realized that that was something that I wanted to do, and I placed it in my mind, and I said it every day that it was going to happen. And then guess what? Eventually it happened. So retail profit, again, you can earn up to 59% retail profit on all of your personal VIP shopper purchases. So if you want to build a small business, and we have it sort of represented here, if you just want to, create some customers, sell them some FOL, sell them some sterling, sell them some, again, your body washes and your shampoos, and have them come and actually give you business. If you have yourself 100 customers, and again, this isn't going to happen overnight, but if it took you a year or 2 years to build 100 customers who were repeat customers, who came back to your website every month to buy something from you, and you were averaging $20 of profit from those customers, and you're earning an extra $2,000 a month, would that be worth it? And I want everyone to tell me in the chat, would that be worth it to you to spend a year or even 2 years? And we're not talking about the residual component of building the network. You're just out transacting, creating clients, and having them come to your website. Maybe once in a while they'll buy a ring because it's their anniversary, but every month they know they love their Sterling Hand and Body Lotion. They know they love their FOL. They know they love their Fairy Flawless, and they come back and they buy from you, and you can make yourself up to $2,000 a month just in retail sales profit. Would that be worth it? Anyone who says no, I would say, yeah, okay, you're probably misleading yourself, because even some of the people who earn the most amount of money, they can always use an extra $1,000 or extra $2,000. And so that's available to you to be able to do. And you're not even talking about networking yet. Maybe it took you 5 years, and I'm going to be very conservative, right? To actually build, a business where you had 200 customers going on your website, you've met them over time, they're purchasing products, and you're making an average profit of $20 per purchase, and now you're making yourself $4,000 a month for a 5-year commitment. That's that's called the pregnant pause, by the way. So you stop and you let people think about what you're saying. That's $4,000 that you'd have coming into your pocket every single month. And the great thing about it is you're not running around delivering the product to every customer, because the company takes care of all the headaches of business. They take care of shipping. They take care of returns. They take care of all of the things that we would normally be doing as a business. They're looking after that. All you're doing is you're making the connection between yourself and the customer, and then the company takes care of all the headaches. And then you just look in your back office and you take out the money that's there based on what you actually brought to the table in terms of sales. So now let's get into wholesale profit. And this again is something that is tremendous, because we have a way where people can make money pretty much right out of the gate. And that's one of the things that differentiates us from a lot of other businesses, because they don't have a way necessarily where you can make pretty good money right from day one. Everyone's looking to build the residual income, but the residual income takes time. So the great thing about our system is, one, you can make amazing money from retail. Two, you can make an amazing business from maybe retail and from business expansion. And you can make up to $350 per email launched. So now let's look at this example. And I think it's a great example that everyone should really focus on. Is you launch 4 emails in a month, and you can earn up to $1,400 a month that month in wholesale profit. Pretty amazing. And so now, if you're able to do that on a consistent basis, imagine what you're doing not only for yourself, but you're doing for your team. And we'll get into that a little bit later. But if this is you, and we're assuming at this point that you are a lifestyle advisor, because you realize lifestyle advisor is where you want to be. If someone is a brand partner, you can earn up to, if they launch as a brand partner, you can earn up to $100 in wholesale profit for that brand partner. If you launch a lifestyle advisor, you can earn up to $300 for that lifestyle advisor in wholesale profit. And if they're LA plus, $350. And so again, the benefit is in being, but the difference is, if you're a brand partner, instead of earning $350, you're now going to earn $150. So really, you want to make sure, if you're not a lifestyle advisor or a lifestyle advisor, you want to get there, because you want to maximize your earnings for everything that you touch in the company. You want to maximize your earnings for your retail profit. You're going to want to maximize your discount, and you want to maximize what you can earn every time you launch a partner. This is the lifelong residual income. And this is something that really captured my attention when I looked at the business back in 2009, because I said to myself, you mean I could be here in Canada and I can have, sales in any country around the world? You start locally, but my intention was always to build globally. You mean I can capture market share in places like Asia, in Africa, in the UK, in the United States? The other amazing thing is that we're pretty much in a small market here in Canada. And now we have the opportunity to now take something that no one's heard about in some of the biggest markets around the world, and be able to now benefit from taking your market share in those markets. And you can earn up to 8.5% on your entire organization to infinity. And that is like unfathomable when you really think about it. So there's no volume caps. In a lot of other businesses, they will cap your volume, meaning that they'll keep volume up to a certain amount. Anything above that, you don't participate in it. Remove that. So no matter how much volume is being generated from your teams, and I think when I looked, I had over 450 levels in my business. And I was like, I didn't even look at that for a number of years. And I looked at it and I said, 450. I was like, wow. And every person everything they sell, 8.5% of that comes back to actually to me. And I want you to say, don't say me, to you. So you're me now. And you're saying, wow, every single person that contributes or buys anything or sells anything or launches a new partner will flow up to me, no matter how deep that person is, which means everyone in your business has the same amount of value. And that's one of the reasons why the support system in our business is so powerful, because in a lot of other companies, as they go down generation after generation, they may pay out 8.5% for the first 10, then they pay out 5% for the next 10. Eventually, you get down to the very, very bottom, and you're lucky if you're making 1%. So now, if you're the unlucky person to be reaching out to one of your leaders, and you're in a position in the business where they're only paying out 1% or 0.5% because of where that person is in their business, and now the person says they're making a judgment call as to, should I really help this person? In our business, everyone has equal value. And so, and Ramin always says, you want to find the sparks and you want to put gasoline on them. And I understand why that's so powerful now, because at the end of the day, wherever that spark is, they generate the same amount of revenue and the same amount of benefit to you financially. Infinite carryover of volume, which again is tremendous. So if you're building your volume, we get paid weekly. Any volume that's not used, it's banked. And so you will get paid on every dollar that comes into your business. You either get paid on it today or you bank it for next week, next month, next year. So that's the other thing that I connected with, is that I'll never lose. I'll eventually be able to benefit from that volume, even if it's just stored in my business somewhere. And I know as soon as I now create the volume to pay me, I'm going to get paid. Pays to infinity. We talked about that already. It's variable, meaning the system is set up to pay you as quickly and as often as possible. And that's something that I know Ramin is very proud of. So you can earn money as quickly and as often because our system is just set up to pay. It's just set up to pay. Cycle. Okay, you cycled. Here's a cycle. Here's a cycle. Here's a cycle. Here's a cycle. And so now every week you're just going to create those sales, and those sales are going to be there to pay you. There's no quotas, equal payout ranks, no deranking. Like when you look at how he's actually created this business, and if you listen to Ramin, he created it in this framework because he realized some of the challenges that he faced in other businesses. And he realized that some of those challenges were not really geared for the success of, the soldier, the person out in the field. It was set up because the CEO wanted to make tons of money. And he's flipped the script. And he pays out the majority of the money to us in the field, knowing that he's eventually going to get paid the same way that he's eventually going to get paid. And he does get paid very well, but the big dollars are coming when we hit the billion. And if you hear him, he says he wants to create 1,000 millionaires. So, when he creates 1,000 millionaires, what do you think that's going to do for him? Anyone have any ideas? What happens when he creates 1,000? So he's taken the focus off of himself and he's put it on his leaders to say, I want to create 1,000 millionaires. For him to create 1,000 millionaires, what has to happen? Lots of sales, right? Lots of sales. Those sales eventually are going to come back to pay him. And that's a framework that I've actually taken to heart, in that I'm not thinking necessarily about me. I'm thinking about my team. So within that $1 billion business, and he wants to create 1,000 millionaires, what do I want to create to contribute to those 1,000 millionaires? Maybe I want to create, 10 people who are earning $10,000 a month. Maybe I want to help to create 20 people making $20,000 a month. Again, you decide what it is that you want to create, and then you just work towards creating that. I know at one point I'd written it down, and I was looking for it today when I was doing the training to say, what did I remember I had said? I think I said I wanted to create like 10 or I think 20, $20,000 a month earners in the company. And that was my goal and my vision. So, and I know that that's something that's doable for every single person here. You just have to decide what it is that you want to achieve. So let's look at the binary. So first of all, you activate your business by sponsoring, setting up one person on your left and one person on your right. And now you've actually unlocked the compensation, the total compensation plan in terms of what's available to you. And so the great thing is you just are going to teach your team to duplicate that. And Ramin's created this such a simple model where now all you do is you take action, you're the leader, you lead by example, introduce one on your left, one on your right, and then you coach and mentor those people to do the same thing. Everything in our business is done under that framework. So again, if you learn how to do that and you just continue to do it over and over again, and you're not going to stop it too, so don't get me wrong, at the end of the day, you're going to continue to introduce new people because not only is it going to help you, but it's going to help your team. It's going to help you to build depth. It's going to help you to build security. It's going to help you to build the proper foundation so that if things go sideways, that foundation is there to make sure that your business still stands strong. And that's really what is the key to this business. So you teach your key team to duplicate and do the same thing that you do, and then your business just continues to grow. Then the company will pay you in terms of your binary payout. It can be 1/3 or 2/3. So let's say, for example, you have a huge volume on your right side of your business. Now, as soon as 1/3 is generated on the left side, bang, you get paid. Let's say your business is growing fairly consistently now, both legs. Now you get paid 50-50. And then again, or it can be 2/3 on your left leg and 1/3 on your right leg. So it's not the system whereby you only get paid on one leg, you get paid on both legs. And the system is set up to pay you as quickly, and it's paid in your favor. So again, it will figure out how to pay you as quickly and as often as possible. And that's what I love about it. You don't have to worry about it. It just happens. And you just look in your back office and see how much is there every single week. And you just know that that's going to be there and you don't have to worry about it. And again, it's on both legs down to infinity. So, and we all know the business is going to generate more volume the deeper it goes. And that's why some of those other businesses will actually cut you off because they know that deep, as the business goes deeper, that's where most of the volume is going to come from. But our CEO didn't do that. He set it up so that he can create massive, or he can help you to create massive success. And that's what's tremendous. And again, all the commissionable volume comes from three things. It comes from email launches, online product sales and purchases, and from monthly Spark buys. So every time those things happen, you're going to create a cycle, ultimately until you're creating cycles of $5,400 in CV, which is going to be a $400 cycle. But the great thing about it is you can actually do that in levels. Maybe you hit, cycle level 1, and which is 900. 900, that's going to actually generate for you, again, it's going to generate for you $45. So now you help someone on your right team to do their 900, to create their 900 so they can make their 45. You help someone on your left team to do their 900 so that they can make their 45. Where does that put you? Does anyone know? You help someone on the right side to generate 900. You help someone, and it doesn't matter where they are on your team. They could be your first level, your second level, your third level. You help someone on your left side to generate their 900 to make their 45. Where does that put you? 900 plus 900 is 1,800, and you're at cycle level 2, right? And that's what I love about this business. He's created something that's just unfathomably simple and easy and doable. And so that's the thing that I love about it. So now that's level 1. Level 2, is 1,800. So you help the person who's at 900 to make his 1,800. You help the person on the left side to make their 1,800. Where does that put you? So yeah, and I hope everyone's seeing what's happening here. So now let's look at the binary. And again, the binary is something that is again just a tremendous asset for every single person, because you can actually create sales and commissional volume and ultimately money based on what's happening in your team in terms of growth. So you have a certain number of partners and VIP shoppers. So let's say it took you, I don't know, a year to build a community of both customers and business partners that are 183. That doesn't mean the 183 are yours. They could be dispersed amongst your organization. But in total, you have basically a customer base of 183. Some of them are retail customers, some of them are wholesale customers, which are your business partners, and they're generating their $150 in sales every single month. And customers can do that too. I mean, where are they going to get their FOL? Where are they going to get their skincare? Where are they going to get their body washes and conditioners? And so when you do it properly, the same $150 that they're going to spend outside, why don't they spend it with you? Every time they generate that $150 in PV, that is $69 that flows up in the binary. So now 183 partners and customers spending $150 with you, which generates $69 that flows up in the binary, is PCV of $12,625. That is a payout of $1,000 a month. But again, you're not going to stop here because you want a big business. And again, I'm talking to those who want a big business. If you want a small business, then yeah, you decide where it is that you want to, to look towards. And once you get there, you can then decide, I'm where I want to be. I'm happy. I'm content. And maybe that's it for you. But maybe you say that now that I'm here, I want to create a new intention, and I want it to go beyond just $1,000 a month. Maybe I want to shoot for $10,000 a month, and maybe this may take you 5 years. And again, I know it can be done very much faster. I've seen it done in as short as probably about 18 months. So when they say 18 months to 2 years, that's really, really doable. So now now you have customers and business partners, 1,725. They're doing the same amount of spending, $150 in PV, $69 from each person is flowing up in the binary. It's going to generate CV of 119,000 every single month. And you can do the math in terms of how many cycles that is. I did it the other day. So I know that these numbers are genuine, are accurate. This is going to pay you $10,000 a month. So again, and this is something that's going to pay you every single month, because we have products that are exclusive to us. And we have customers who come back to us every single month, and they will buy from us because they love their Sterling Hand and Body Lotion. They love the skincare. They love the toothpaste. They love our designer products. They love our FOL. And so as we're building the business, both business partners and customers, this is what's going to create for us these sales, and ultimately this payout of 10,000, 5,000, 2,500, depending on, again, what it is that you want to achieve in the company. So let's look at personal team bonus. And we talked about this a little bit, about as they say, let's drill down on it. So as a lifestyle advisor, you also receive personal team bonuses from all the personal product purchases of your first level brand partners, which is 10%. So the difference, as a lifestyle advisor, you get a 30% discount. As a brand partner, they get a 20% discount. The 10% difference will go to you as the lifestyle advisor. So whenever they purchase something, and again, if they're putting money in their shopping credits, that won't count until they actually redeem the shopping credits. When they redeem the shopping credits, they're getting their discount at 20%. The difference between the 20 and the 30% of that 10% is going to go to you. So again, this is another amazing thing that Ramin has thought of. He's not keeping the 10% discount difference. He's paying it out. He's not leaving anything on the table. He's giving it to you for, again, what you did to introduce these people, because if they weren't there, the company wouldn't be doing the sales that they're doing. And so again, this is an incentive not only for you to go out and introduce more people, but again, to build your business and to show people the value of what is available, not only for you, but downstream, what is available for them. Next is variance bonus. And this bonus, we all know, is so powerful. It's designed to specifically boost the incomes of the qualified lifestyle directors, the leaders. And so if you're on this call right now and you're anything less than an LD1 and you want to build a big business, your intention should be you going back to your upline, your business partner, say, how do I become an LD1? Show me how to become an LD1. You need to understand, and that has to be your drive, is to become an LD1. So, once you become an LD1, now you unlock the potential of being able to benefit from this tremendous bonus. So again, every time someone launches as a Lifestyle Advisor Plus, the CEO has earmarked $250 of that to be paid out amongst the leaders, and based on which leadership level that you're at. And we're going to go over that in a couple of, in just a second. But how is it divided? So again, someone in your team launches an LA Plus, $250 of that is allocated to the variance bonus to be paid amongst the next 10 qualified lifestyle directors within the organization. So the closest lifestyle directors, LD1s, LD2, LD3, and LD4s, to that new person is going to benefit from that launch. So if you're the first person, you introduce the person, you're going to make 50. And if the next LD is, maybe it's your sponsor, maybe it's not your sponsor. You're an LD, your sponsor's not an LD. The next LD is someone else that you don't even know who it is. They're going to make 50. So the first 3 make 50, the next 2 make 25. And again, 6 through 10 make $10. And people look at this and say, this isn't a big deal. But now think about, when we hit momentum and you're launching 10, 15, 20, 30 new partners every single month, and they're LAPs. So you're making some at 50, some at 25. The lion's share probably will be at 10. But let's say, for example, you're in your team, there's 100 new Lifestyle Advisor Pluses. 100 times 10, that's $1,000 extra from variance bonus. And so just so you can understand what's on the table and what's happening here, because once we hit that momentum phase, and now we've got, launches happening in China, launches happening in the US, launches happening in Africa, launches happening in the UK. And now you may not know these individuals, but because you are part of these 10 leadership levels above that person, you're going to get paid whichever amount is designated to you based on the fact that you're a lifestyle director, 1, 2, 3, or 4. And if you're a 1, you're going to make $10,000 a month, extra 10, up to 10,000. Lifestyle director 2, up to 15,000. Lifestyle director 3, up to 25,000 a month. Lifestyle director 4, up to $50,000 a month for lifestyle director 4, just on, again, your variance bonus. And when we talked about the fact that this was a $3.1 million per year business, remember, we weren't including the bonuses. We were only looking at the binary. So we haven't talked about the fact that people could be earning an extra $50,000 a month in variance bonus, and that's not part of the $3.1 million plan for in terms of the actual building of the binary. So this business is far more lucrative than a lot of people have actually have realized. I'm just gonna play just a quick video here for everyone about the variance bonus, so everyone can have a quick listen.
Through variance bonus. Starting February 1st of 2023, Opulence Global offers another way to earn more through the variance bonus. But first, let's learn what is a variance bonus. Variance bonus is another major leadership bonus on all Lifestyle Advisor Plus sales, designed specifically to boost the income of the qualified lifestyle directors. And through this, you can earn up to $50,000 per month. To qualify for variance bonus, first is to launch your business as a Lifestyle Advisor Plus. Second, become a lifestyle director. So if you're currently a lifestyle advisor or relay, get yourself running to become a lifestyle director 1. Third, if you are an LD1 or LD2, you need to generate 250 PV in the qualifying months to be eligible to earn variance bonus. And if you are an LD3 or LD4 and up, you need to generate 250 in PV plus become an MGRS qualifier in order to have access to variance bonus. How it works. Launch a Lifestyle Advisor Plus or LA Plus, and you will earn $350 in wholesale profit. Additionally, there will be $250 worth of variance bonus to be shared by 10 lifestyle directors above the new LA Plus. The first to third qualified LD will be allocated $50 each. The fourth and fifth will be given $25 each, and $10 each for the 6th to 10th LDs. The amount you earn every LA Plus launch will be pooled and deposited to your account every 15th of the month. Important information that you need to remember. If you launched before February 1st, 2023, you do not need to be an LA Plus. If the partner next in line does not meet the qualification, they will be skipped, and the variance bonus will be allocated to the next LD. There is a maximum amount or cap based on your lifestyle director ranking. The maximum variance bonus amount for LD1 is $10,000, $15,000 for LD2, $25,000 for LD3, and $50,000 for LD4. That's it. Stay tuned for more videos that help you maximize your income in your Opulence global business.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I just realized that the video wasn't playing. Antoinette, you didn't see that?
We're actually seeing just the other slide. It came up
Oh my
initially,
word.
but
Oh, really?
it didn't.
And then it
Yes.
switched.
Then
Okay,
it
you know what?
switched over.
Oh my gosh. Okay, no worries. Anyways, I apologize for that. Sorry about that, everyone. But again, I'll just go over just quickly again for everyone, just quickly. So every time someone joins as a lifestyle advisor plus, the company has $250 that is going to be shared amongst the closest lifestyle directors to that person. So the great thing is you may or may not know those individuals, but whenever they launch, the other thing which is pretty amazing is that, you know, when Ramin says identify your sparks in your business, and then eventually you want to put gasoline on those sparks, this is probably a great way for you to be able to assess where those sparks are coming from, because we have a tool that you can actually track, you know, all of the bonuses that are coming, all the money is coming in from the bonuses that is coming from the variance bonus. So now, you know, you're keeping an eye on it, and those could be used in some respects as a little bit of a gauge to say, okay, there's some sparks happening maybe in Trinidad, maybe they're happening in the UK. So now you realize, well, I got to keep an eye on that market because it looks like, you know, there's a spark there. Let's see what we can do to put some gasoline on that spark and turn that spark into a raging inferno. And so that's even another great thing that we can use as a tool to be able to assess what's happening in our business and which markets we should be paying attention to based on where this is coming from. So vacations. And so this is something, again, where the CEO has stated that, you know, this is a lifestyle company, and he wants you to sort of be able to benefit from that lifestyle And it doesn't need to be something that happens, 5 or 10 years down the road. Everyone here has the opportunity to actually qualify for our upcoming luxury cruise, which is happening in February. I mean, you have until December to qualify. So imagine now you're able to qualify and you get a free cruise to come out with the CEO and all the leaders and to really enjoy, some of the fruits of your hard labor. So yeah, you work hard, but you work hard and you play hard. You enjoy your luxury cruise, exotic summits, exotic vacations, first class travel, private jet travel, which, I've had the opportunity to benefit from, a lot of these already. And so at the end of the day, it's really something that is available to everyone. And it all depends on, again, what it is that you want to achieve in the company and what it is that you want to create as your own benefit from your involvement and your participation. So Opulence Car Club and the vacation bonus. So, which again is another tremendous incentive. The Opulence Car Club and bonus. So now again, you choose what vehicle you want to drive. And we talked about the fact that you can earn up to $4,000 per month towards your vehicle. Maybe you want to drive a Lexus, a Toyota, a Porsche, sorry, a Lexus, an Audi, a Porsche, a Range Rover, a Tesla. Or you want to move up to some of the exotic cars and, a Ferrari or Lamborghini, you choose. And again, there's something there for you to be able to, one, start wherever you start. And then as you continue to progress, you can upgrade because we pay out on 6 different levels. So a lifestyle director run, $5,500 a month towards whatever the car of your choice. Up to a royal lifestyle director, we can earn up to $4,000 per month on that particular bonus. So now you choose what car you want to drive and the company pays for it. Now, so let's back up a second. If you're not into cars, we've got you covered because now maybe you want to put it towards vacations, for you and your family. Maybe you want to put it into products where now you say, okay, fine, I'm not really into cars, but I'll put it into my products and I'll be able to now take whatever products that is that I want from, qualifying for this particular bonus. MGRS. And I actually want to spend some time on this because I've really, really taken a lot of time to really study this program. And MGRS allows you to tap into the entire world's sales revenue every single month. If you're a lifestyle advisor, you can get 1 share. Again, lifestyle director, 2 shares. Lifestyle director through 2, 3 shares. And so let's talk about how you qualify. And when I looked at this, I sort of didn't get it right at the beginning. And if you don't get it, don't worry. It's something that again, I've really paid a lot of attention to. And I didn't really get when the CEO sort of launched it, I didn't really get it. But after looking at it, I said, this is pretty amazing. So now you're a business owner. What are business owners supposed to do? And I'm opening that up as an open-ended question for the people in the chat to tell me, what are you supposed to do as a business owner? You have a business. It doesn't matter what business it is. It's a business. Let's say it's a Dollarama. Let's say it's a lawyer's practice. It's a doctor's office. What do you need to do to make money? Does anyone have and move products and expand? So thank you very much, Karen Henry. Pretty simple. We need to move products, right? So find customers. Exactly. So when I look at this, I say to myself, wow, Ramin is really, really a revolution. Like his mind thinks so different than most other people. He's actually put all of the key things that we need to do as business owners, and he's created an incentive for you to actually focus on it, because he knows if you're an active business, you have to be doing business. You got to be buying and selling products. So that's your 150 PV. If again, we're talking about expansion. So now you're launching a new shop, which again is creating sales. It's generating CV and PV, not only for you, It's also creating that for your team. So you're actually helping them to succeed. Isn't that amazing? That maybe you're a really good recruiter, and because you're introducing people, your contribution may actually help someone to cycle at the first level 1, or it may push them over the limit for them to cycle at level 2. And so, which is again, it's tremendous. You need new customers. You need to be selling products. Our business is based on moving product. And if you're in business, if you're a business owner and you open up your Dollarama and you don't sell any products, what are you going to make? You open your doors every day and no customers come in the door. No one buys anything. What are you going to make? Zero. Thank you, Shamila Muhammad. You're going to make zero. So why is it that people, when they get in this business and they don't sell anything and they make no money, they complain? It's a question. Why, when you get in a business and you don't sell anything, you don't move any products, and you don't make any money, why do we complain? I say that because we really don't have anything to complain about. At the end of the day, but what remains done in this actual bonus, MGRS, monthly global revenue sharing, is he said, in order for you to qualify, you just have to show that you're in the game. You have to do the things that you should be doing anyways to run and operate your global business. And not only are you going to make the income you're going to make, I'm willing to pay you something extra. So you do these things. Again, 1, you're expanding, you're selling to retail customers. Again, this BQV is a combination of all of these 3 things. So you get to actually benefit from you. This is already being created just by doing these things anyways. And maybe you might have to do a little bit extra to, to bump up the BQV. But in most cases, when you're launching, you're doing the VIP sales, and you've done your 150, you're pretty close, if not already there. You may need to buy a little bit extra product to get you there to actually tap into this. But imagine now if everyone in your team is shooting for MGRS, they're all doing their 150, they're all launching one new shop, because you've created, that's actually what you've created as the culture. They're selling to one new customer. Everyone in your team is doing this. What is that going to do for you? It's going to generate sales, which is going to pay you to infinity in the binary. But there are different ways that you can do it. Like, the momentum pack way. You just buy a momentum pack and you're pretty much qualified. You can, again, you can do it with the 2500 PV. And again, maybe you don't need a momentum pack, so you don't want to get 50 bottles, but maybe you get a family pack. You buy some, maybe it's something going on in your family. You need to buy a ring, or you need to buy a chain, or you need to buy some shoes, or you need to whatever. This is actually from your personal sales or personal purchases. So again, once you are generating, this is all generating what? Generating sales. It's moving product, which is what we get paid for. We get paid to move and sell products, just like any other business. We just use a different model than other businesses, but the end result is the same. We need to do that in order to really be able to drive and to create the income that we want to create in our business. So, that's pretty much the key components that we wanted to talk about. And I don't know if anyone has any questions, or if there's anything that we need to, spend more time on. But in addition to those, we have a number of different, opulent incentives: the fast start bonus, the mentorship bonus, organizational revenue sharing, again, RLD fashion bonus, opulence points, which the opulence points is also something that I am just blown away by, because everything that you are doing in your business, he's actually created an additional incentive in addition to that. So, you launch a new lifestyle advisor plus, you're going to get 15,000 Opulence points, right? Which is, again, free product. So not only are you going to make the 350, 15,000 Opulence points is equivalent to about $150 that you can actually put towards free products. You become a MGRS qualified, again, a certain amount of Opulence points for that. So Ramin has actually created something that's very unique, very revolutionary, and just, mind-boggling in terms of what's available. But it doesn't matter, if it's available if you're not using it. And and I know a lot of people on the line may not be, in the Bible, and I'm not a Bible guy per se, but there's actual a fable about, about giving someone talents. So everyone has talents. What are you using your talent for? Are you taking that talent and are you expanding on it, or are you hiding it and not using it, really not creating any benefit? So, at the end of the day, we have this amazing opportunity that's really at everyone's fingertips. What are you doing? Every day you should have something to say, I'm doing this. I'm going to be expanding my business in this way. I'm going to be participating in my business in this way. This is my goal for my business today. And just set that as your intention for that particular day. And you just go out and you get it done. And you just take small steps every single day. And guess what? Eventually those steps will get you to your end result. It's when we are not taking those steps and not doing those things that we need to do to get to where you want to get to, where now we're sitting here saying, okay, why am I here? Like, what have I done today to actually advance myself in the business? What have I done to get me closer to my goal of whatever that goal is in terms of income, in terms of, business size, in terms of whatever that you've actually decided. Every day you need to be doing something that's going to get you closer, one step closer, 1 inch closer, 1 millimeter closer. It doesn't matter. You're just doing things to get you closer to your end result. And you can either run in the business or you can walk. But the key is, if you're moving, you're getting yourself faster. Now, I want to encourage everyone to run. Don't get me wrong. I'm going to encourage everyone to run. But at the end of the day, as long as you're moving forward, you're getting closer to your goal. Some people are going to be walking, some people are going to be running, some people are going to be on, in their motor cars zooming by. Some people are going to be on their jet because they're just moving faster. But you choose, how fast and how aggressive you want to build it, and then you just go out and get it done. That's pretty much it. And so I don't know if there's any questions or anyone has anything that they want to that they need clarified, but Antoinette, if you can just take a look and see if there are any questions or anything that is in the chat that we need to address, then that would be great.
Well, Brian, I think that your presentation has been so outstanding and clear. What I truly appreciate is what you said from the start. What you're about to say may apply to some and not others, but I think everyone has gotten the picture, because there isn't a question in the chat nor in the Q&A. And everyone is just agreeing with what you have said so far. So I just want to commend you on a wonderful presentation. I'm seeing all your kudos. You don't like accolades, but they're coming. Fabulous training. Everything was clear, loud and clear. And I just want to say I'm thankful to you for reiterating this information, because, that old cliche, if it is to be, it is up to me. I think each of us gets that understanding today, that if we want our business to be successful, we have got to get out there and do it. Get your customers, continue to use your MO box, let it lead you.
Mm-hmm. And trust that your leadership is going to recognize, when you're out there and getting it done, because there's so many things that key performance indicators that we can look to see where it's happening in our business, the variance bonus being one of them. And so, there's a saying that the squeaky wheel gets the oil.
That's right.
Become the squeaky wheel. Be the squeaky wheel. Be the one out there sort of making it happen. And then eventually, Ramin's going to walk over. He's going to tap on someone's shoulder and say, you need to go to Barbados. You need to go to Trinidad. You need to go
Yes,
to Ghana. You need to go to the UK because the squeaky wheel gets the oil.
that's right.
So
That's
become the
right.
squeaky wheel, be the one, the driving force. And you know what? It's great that we have the benefit of, having contribution from our upline. It's great that we have contribution from our downline. But remember, you need to contribute yourself as well.
That's it. That's correct.
And that contribution is not only going to help you, it's going to help your team members too, which is a huge, huge component that I just love. That I can actually help one of my partners who's in my downline cycle. Think about that.
That's right.
You
That's
have a
right.
person in your team and maybe they're having a rough time, of it. And they have some challenges sponsoring someone, and you're in the upline and you sponsor someone, and just because of the fact that you position that person in their team, they were lucky enough, to benefit from that. Imagine how excited they're gonna be. They go in their back office, they see a cycle, and they say, "Oh my God, I just
What?
cycled." Like
Yes, yes.
that kind of stuff just melts my heart because I know how it was for me when I first started. And I would look at my back office every single day to see what was going on because I was learning the business. And so now you're in a position not only to help yourself, but imagine you can help the people in your team who are working hard, they're plugging away, they're getting whatever they need to get done. And now you say, hey, you know what? I'm sponsoring someone, and guess what? They're lucky enough to have that person now be in their downline. Now you just help them hit whatever cycle level 4, their first power cycle where they made $400 in cash and $60 in their marketing bonus. Imagine how that feels.
Yes.
Just it just makes my heart just swell because I realize that there's so many things that we can do as leaders and as individuals in the company to actually not only create our own success but to help our team members wherever they are in our organization to have that success as well.
That is correct. So does anyone have any questions before we go over to the announcements? All right, I'm seeing some wonderful comments here. Ramatu, I hope I pronounced your name correctly. You're saying that that positioning, how positioning and benefiting from the volumes flowing from your upline drop down to you help you to cycle faster. Yes, certainly. This entire business model created by Mr. Mescalu is a wonder in itself. I like to refer to it as genius, and he's always coming up with innovative ways to assist. You get started in this business, Brian, you mentioned Opulence points. I mean, that's free fashion. Free fashion. And gifting time is coming up, Christmas is coming, and so on. So use your Opulence points. Encourage your VIP clients to use theirs as well. Many other businesses don't have these aspects. So thank you so much for all of these reminders, Brian. Today has
You're
been
welcome.
great.
It's my pleasure.
Fantastic training. So if there are no other questions, I believe we can move over to the announcements. What do you say, Brian?
Yeah, that's fine. At the
You're
end of
good?
the day, I think the key is again just to make sure that and this is something that I'll tell everyone because if you don't understand, ask. And there's no crazy or as they would say dumb question because
That's
if
right.
you have a question, more than likely someone else has the same question and maybe they're just fearful of asking it.
Yes.
But the key is to make sure that you walk away understanding it such that if someone were to ask you to explain it, you can explain it. And if you can't, then you're not doing yourself a service just because maybe you're feeling as though you may feel like you're looking silly.
Yes.
There's again, this is a safe environment, and we want to make sure that our partners have the tools and the resources to truly succeed. And that's the reason why we put ourselves out here every single week to make sure we're providing that knowledge base or that knowledge transfer.
Yes. Thank you so much. And I believe it's safe to say that, whenever we attend these trainings, many persons are hitting the reset button. You know, they can decide, okay, what can I do differently? I know I heard something here. I don't know about you, but everyone on the call should have been taking some notes, and something would have stood out in order to make them improve their
Mhm.
approach to their business. So we want to thank you for that.
You've
You know,
actually
these trainings keep us sharp.
you've actually said something that's very, very, very insightful. And so we talk about the next 30 days training.
Yes,
Every day, every month, next 30 days. What's the
that's
next
right.
thing that you want to do in the next 30 days? So you hit the reset button, or maybe it's November the 1st. You hit the
Yes,
reset button and say, next 30 days, what's my target for the next 30 days? Next 30 days, I want to be an LD2. Next 30 days, I want to be an LD1. Next 30 days, I want to qualify for MGRS. So next 30 days should every beginning of the month is the next 30 days, and we need to set our target for that 30-day period. And at the end of the month, if you know where you're going, you have a much better chance of getting there than driving around in circles, not knowing where you're headed, and ultimately ending up somewhere where you don't want to be.
that is correct. So thank you again, Brian, for your wonderful presentation today. Thanks to everyone who's giving kudos to both Brian and myself. It's a pleasure to be here. It's really our honor to come and serve you as a part of the Opulence Global family. So I am like Brian. I don't particularly like the spotlight. I just like to serve. So thanks to everyone again. And so we'll just move over to our announcements.
Perfect.
So
Thank you so
Brian,
much.
you can stop. You're most welcome. If you stop share, I will share my screen. Thank you very much. So can everyone see my screen?
Yes, we can see it.
All right, it's clear. Okay. So the first thing we really want to remind everyone about, every day, I like team, every day is a day, every minute is a minute, every hour is an hour. And October 15th is fast approaching. So again, everyone, please take advantage of this yet another. I mean, this year has been phenomenal. Yet another Build Assist program, which ends on October 15th. And the highlight of this one is that our exit token is now double. This is the double X promotion. So you can encourage persons to get started as Lifestyle Advisor Plus. Of course, all of the other features as before, but remember, now you have $200. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity. Night of the Stars is coming up again on October 21st. Come listen to our wonderful leaders. We'll have Daniela Ferreira, Rico Kilao, and Renee Liao. This will be Saturday, October 1st. The special part is that for those of you who are in Canada and can go to the head office, you will be able to attend in person between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. So make sure and bring all of your supplies so that you can create that vision board that will take your business to the next level. For those who cannot attend, you'll be able to register online using the same Zoom link and just pay. And those who are coming live can pay $20. And now we're so excited. Everyone in Asia, I know you're already getting your teams together. And there are some persons who have already indicated that they will be flying into Asia for this phenomenal conference. Led by none other than our SVP, Sanaz Human, LD4, Rene Liao, and Rico Kilao, who is head of business in Southeast Asia. We'll also have Amarjit, Jocelyn, and John also leading the charge. This will take place on Saturday, November the 18th, as well as Sunday, November the 19th. Tickets are $149 for the entire conference, or if you just want to attend the gala, it will be $89. I'm sure most of those $89 tickets will not be sold. Most people want to be there for the entire thing. When you attend one of these conferences, you don't want to miss a thing. And now this is one of the highlights, like what Brian spoke about. One of the highlights of this business. Our CEO always likes to make sure that while we are learning, we have some fun. So everyone who would like to be on this call, remember this is the LD2 cruise, but if you're not Lifestyle Director 2, you can still attend. Conditions apply. This cruise will depart on February 12th, 2024. So you'll be sailing for Valentine's Day. Make sure your loved ones are with you. And we'll be on the Freedom of the Seas, one of my favorite ships ever. So my business partner, Tanya, and I, we're looking forward to being there as well. And ticket prices are now $950 up to December 11th. Once you qualify by December 11th, we'll see you on that cruise. Can't wait to see you there. So now we also want to talk about our upgraded Fast Start package. The brand partner package has been improved such that if you want to use it to become a lifestyle advisor, that can also be done. You just need to launch 2 more brand partners, and then you are lifestyle director, lifestyle advisor. As you have to do this within a 30-day period. And remember, this is a $650 package, but the value is $1,169. Wow. All of the features remain as before, and now you will also be entitled to 1 free bottle of Fountain of Life, our flagship health product. I'm not sure about you, but I'm really excited to be a part of this leadership cocktail call. This will be tomorrow, October 8th, where we will feature Lifestyle Director 1, Ishtak Solsky. I'm sure you would have enjoyed his presentations over the past couple of weeks. And we're looking forward to seeing Ishtak and hearing some of his tips about how he's been able to make his business so successful over the past year. So see you on the call tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Please check your time zone and we'll see you on that call. Our product crossfire continues on Monday nights. And of course, we'll have our wonderful SVP, Sanaz Human, back. And she'll be presenting with David O. We're looking forward to hearing all about all the developments in our products and all the innovations. So see you on the call on Monday night at 8 p.m. ET. Register now. And again, our fabulous CEO, I call him the boss CEO. Brian kept referring to him, and we can't do anything other than refer to this genius who has provided us with a wonderful vehicle towards success. On Tuesday night, October 10th, he will be speaking about Ponzi schemes versus legitimate MLM schemes. Many of us have already been exposed to the latter, or the first part. So let's get on this call. Make sure you register. We will also be featuring Rico Kilau as well as Rene Liao. So see you on the call on Tuesday night. And with that, I would like to say thank you to everyone for being on this call today. Most of all, many thanks to Lifestyle Director 2, Brian Arundel, for taking the time to be on this call with us this morning. We are so happy that you were able to do so. And we want to say, have a blessed day to everyone on the call. Thank you so much for all your kudos. It was a pleasure to be here. And it was a pleasure to be presenting along with Mr. Brian Arundel. So we end as we usually do, as one family, one team,
one dream,
to the billion.
Yeah.
Have a great day, everyone. Thank you so much, everyone.